Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As usual, if you're watching in recording, you can fast forward 5 minutes or just stay with us through our hellos. I'm gonna check the quality of the sound now on my computer, so you might hear me twice. Don't worry about that.
Good morning. Hear me twice. Please don't worry about that.
Oh, good. Seems that the sound is working well. Good morning, Mike. All right, it is time for us to start. And today we continue our journey in exploring mindful self compassion. And this morning we're going to discuss and discover our core values. Because the main goal of self compassion is to help us live deeply. And in order to do that, we must know what makes us tick and how to help ourselves navigate the inevitable obstacles in our way. So today we will focus on identifying our core values and discover hidden meaning in our struggles. So why core values in our practice of mindful self-compassion? In the past weeks, we have already established that the quintessential self-compassion question is, what do I truly need? And in order to answer that question, we often need to know what we value most in our life. In fact, research shows that affirming our core values enhances our ability for self-compassion. Human needs and core values are fundamental to our sense of well-being. The human needs are commonly associated with physical and emotional survival, such as our need for health and safety or for connection, belonging. And on the other hand, our core values have more to do with meaning, such as the importance of friendship or creativity. And of course, our needs and values often overlap. For example, you can argue that a life without meaning is not worth living. So we can say that meaning is also necessary for survival, making it not only core value, but also a human need. Knowing our needs and values also supports our ability to protect, provide for, and motivate ourselves to act. Core values also play an important role in how much we suffer in life, because suffering is actually nested in our core values. For example, if I value recreation, then not receiving a promotion that would have demanded longer hours at the office might be a blessing for me. But if I need more money for my family, being passed over for the same promotion could be really devastating. So it's all very personal, very individual. Core values are not really goals, because goals can be achieved, whereas core values guide us after achieving our goals. Goals are destinations, like, for example, Alaska, right? And core values are directions, like north. Goals are something we do, core values are something we are. Goals are set by us, and core values are discovered during the course of our lives. For example, a goal might be to finish college with the underlying core value of learning, or goal to stay married may be connected to our underlying value of loyalty. There is also a difference between social norms and core values. For example, in the Western society, achievement has become a social norm. But is it really your authentic core value? And again, it's very personal. If it energizes you, then yes. If it's more like a chore, then it's simply a social norm that you may drop if you want to. I like this quote from Thomas Merton. If you want to identify me, ask me not where I live or what I like to eat or how I comb my hair, but ask me what I am living for in detail, and ask me what I think is keeping me from living fully for the things I want to live for. So now let's do a practice that will help you uncover your own core values so that you can wisely and compassionately care for yourself. As always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle in. Notice how you're feeling today, physically, emotionally, mentally. Notice your breath. You can close your eyes, maybe smile to yourself gently. If you'd like, you can place a hand over your heart or another place that feels soothing and nurturing. Feeling your body. This body has been with you for many years, working hard to live a happy life. Now imagine that you are in your elderly years. You're sitting in a lovely garden or by the ocean as you contemplate your life. Looking back to the time between now and then, you feel a deep sense of satisfaction, joy, contentment. Even though life hasn't been easy, you have managed to stay true to yourself to the best of your ability. Which core values are represented in that life? Maybe it's happiness, peace, compassion, equity, inclusivity, loyalty, adventure, hard work. And remember, core value is not a goal. And core value is not something you should enjoy. Rather, it is something that truly energizes you to live your life deeply. So, what core values come up for you naturally now? Simply acknowledge them. Now ask yourself if there are any ways that you're currently not living in accord with your core values, or ways in which your life seems to be out of balance with your values, especially personal ones. Perhaps you're too busy to spend much quiet time in nature, even though nature is your great life and love in life, or whatever it is for you. If you discover that you have several values that feel out of balance, just choose one that is especially important for you to work with right now. And contemplate that we all have obstacles that prevent us from living in accord with our core values. Some of these may be external obstacles, like not having enough money or time, power, privilege, or having too many conflicting obligations. What are these external obstacles for you? Reflect on that for a moment. There may also be some internal obstacles getting in the way of your living in accord with your core values. For example, are you afraid of failure? Do you doubt your abilities? Is your inner critic getting in the way? Reflect on what those internal obstacles are for you. And now consider if self-compassion could help you live in accord with your true values. For example, by helping you deal with internal obstacles like your inner critic? Or is there a way self-compassion could help you feel safe and confident enough to take new action, risk failure, let go of things that are not serving you anymore? And finally, if there are insurmountable obstacles to living in accord with your values, can you simply give yourself compassion for that hardship? Perhaps offering yourself some words of appreciation and respect for your core values. Is there some way you can express your core values in life that you haven't considered before? And if you discover that the insurmountable problem that prevents you from living deeply is your belief that you are imperfect, remind yourself that all human beings are, and see if you can forgive yourself for that too. Take a couple of deep, refreshing breaths and scan your body again. How are you feeling now? Physically, emotionally, mentally? Were you able to discover any core values through this practice today? Did one in particular rise to the top? How did it feel to name internal and external obstacles to living your life in accord with your core values? What happened when you brought compassion to yourself in light of those obstacles? Could you forgive yourself for being imperfect? Sometime today, I encourage you to do this exploration again, and this time, actually write down everything you discover. Enjoy this process. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.